The vastness of space enveloped the scene as the stars themselves seemed to watch with bated breath. Emerging from the nebulous shimmer of a nearby star cluster, the sleek, battle-worn forms of Zorvan's 4 ships appeared. Their engines hummed with a subdued power, their metal skins adorned with the scars of recent combat. As they approached the formidable formation of the 8th Fleet, a myriad of beacons lit up, signaling their safe docking trajectories. Across the vast array of the 8th Fleet's vessels, bridge crews stared in awe at the holoscreens. The images of Zorvan's ships bore testament to their fierce encounters with the Drac. The very fact that they had emerged from such a confrontation was enough to send murmurs of admiration rippling through the ranks. On the flagship of the 8th Fleet, Captain Hale adjusted his cap and whispered to his first officer,
"That's the ship that took on a Drac behemoth and lived to tell the tale."
The first officer, a grizzled veteran named Hark, nodded.
"Zorvan's got the touch of the ancients, never seen anything quite like it."
Indeed, similar exchanges took place across the fleet. Communications channels buzzed with a mix of speculation and awe. Tales of Zorvan's audacity, his tactical genius, and above all his unyielding courage were shared and reshared, growing in grandeur with each retelling. A broadcast signal bearing Zorvan's insignia soon pierced the ambient chatter. The deep, resonant voice of the revered commander filled every vessel's communication system.
"Captains of the 8th Fleet, this is General Zorvan. We have much to discuss. I request your presence aboard my ship for a strategy debrief."
The response was almost immediate. One by one, affirmations from captains poured in.
"General Zorvan, Captain Hale of the Star Vanguard. We are at your service."
Another chimed in,
"This is Captain Wren of the Nebula Guard. It'll be an honor to stand with you."
and so it continued. A chorus of captains expressing their respect and readiness. On Zorvan's ship, the crew prepared the conference room. The large round table gleamed under the overhead lights, surrounded by seats equipped with data terminals. At the head of the table, a larger terminal was set up, no doubt for Zorvan himself. As the captains began to arrive via transport shuttles, the airlock chamber became a melting pot of Federation uniforms. The various insignias and badges told tales of battles fought and victories won. Yet as each captain stepped onto Zorvan's ship, there was a shared sentiment. Respect for the man who had, against all odds, given the Drac pause. Greeting each captain personally, Zorvan nodded, exchanged a few words, and ensured everyone felt acknowledged. This wasn't just about strategy, it was about unity. As Captain Hale approached, he extended his hand.
"General, your deeds are already the stuff of legends. We stand with you."
Zorvan, his face bearing the weight of the recent battle but eyes alight with a fierce determination, nodded.
"Thank you, Captain. Today we unite as one fleet, one force. Together we'll write the next chapter of this legend."
The chamber soon filled with the murmurs of discussions, anticipation for the debrief, and the shared camaraderie of warriors ready to face a common foe. The stage was set for Zorvan's next move, and every soul aboard his ship felt it. History was in the making. The debrief. The grand conference room on Zorvan's ship was awash with captains from all corners of the Federation. Its circular shape, with a massive view screen on one side and tiers of seats, made it reminiscent of ancient amphitheaters. Every seat was occupied, with the assembled captains leaning forward in anticipation. The room dimmed and the view screen came to life, displaying the imposing figure of Admiral Krell. He sat in his command chair on the bridge of the Federation's primary command ship, the great star expanse stretching out behind him. The iconic silver beard and steely eyes of Krell commanded immediate respect.
"Captains of the 8th Fleet, we gather under the most dire of circumstances, yet also with a ray of hope. This ray of hope has been ignited by General Zorvan and his crew.
He paused, emotion evident in his eyes.
But it's with a heavy heart that we also remember the brave souls who paid the ultimate price in the recent encounter. Their memories will fuel our fight, and their sacrifice will not be in vain."
A somber moment of silence washed over the room as the weight of the Admiral's words sank in. Zorvan then stepped forward, the room's lights illuminating him. He stood tall, his posture radiating authority and confidence.
"Thank you, Admiral. Captains, our encounter with the Drac revealed several crucial insights that may very well turn the tide in our favor.
He activated a holoprojector, and a three-dimensional recreation of the recent battle with the Drac came to life. Ships darted about, with Zorvan providing a detailed narration of each strategic move.
As we approached the Drac's behemoth,
He said, zooming in on a segment of the battle.
we noted their initial overconfidence. It was only when we pressed our advantage and hit them where they least expected that we saw a shift. The Drac commander is no ordinary foe. They're cunning, adaptive, and incredibly resourceful.
Zorvan continued, highlighting the Drac's strategies, their feints, and, more importantly, the moments when the Drac forces seemed uncertain or reactive. It was a dance of strategies, and while the Drac had the upper hand in sheer firepower, Zorvan's tactics had introduced an element of unpredictability.
Here,
Zorvan pointed to a moment where the Drac behemoth unleashed a massive energy pulse.
was our revelation. The Drac rely heavily on this energy signature. While devastating, it also has a pattern, a rhythm. If we can disrupt this rhythm, even momentarily, we can exploit a potential weakness.
Murmurs spread across the room. Captain Hale leaned in, curiosity evident on his face.
Are you suggesting we can jam or interfere with their primary weapon system?
Zorvan nodded.
Exactly. Our engineers have already begun working on a potential countermeasure. If successful, it could grant us a significant advantage.
Admiral Krell, listening intently, interjected.
This could be the game changer, but it won't be easy. The Drac won't sit idly by.
You're right, Admiral,
Zorvan affirmed.
but we've been on the defensive for too long. It's time we shift the narrative. With this potential weakness, and the combined might and wit of the 8th Fleet, we have a fighting chance.
Krell nodded approvingly.
General Zorvan, you've given us hope in these dark times. The Federation stands by you.
Zorvan saluted.
We stand together, Admiral. Together, we'll reclaim our galaxy.
The mood in the room had changed. From the sorrow of loss, a new fire was kindled. The fire of determination, the desire to turn the tables, and the hope of a future free from the shadow of the Drac. Planning and realization. With the assembled captains now rapt with anticipation, Zorvan moved to the next phase of the briefing. The room's main table projected a holographic map of Aurelian Prime and its surrounding space. Every captain leaned forward, eyes darting across the display as Zorvan initiated the next segment of his presentation.
Captains,
He began, his voice authoritative.
the Drac are formidable, yes, but not invincible. Our battle plan needs to capitalize on their weaknesses while leveraging our combined strength.
A series of ship icons appeared on the projection, each representing the vessels of the 8th Fleet. Zorvan proceeded to intricately detail each ship's role.
The lighter, nimble ships
Zorvan gestured to a group of icons.
will engage in swift hit-and-run tactics designed to disorient the Drac. Captain Hale, your ship, along with the others in this squadron, will focus on their flank.
Hale nodded, making a mental note. He then highlighted another cluster.
Our heavier ships will form the central phalanx. Their job will be to draw the Drac's fire, allowing our lighter vessels the room to maneuver and strike.
It was a dance of strategy and tactics, each piece in its place working in unison. Zorvan continued.
Unity is our strength. If even one ship falters or strays from the plan, it could compromise the entire operation. Our cohesion, our trust in one another, that will be our defining advantage.
A series of approving nods and murmurs echoed through the room. The captains were seasoned veterans, each having faced the Drac in varying capacities. Yet the comprehensive nature of Zorvan's plan offered a newfound confidence. However, as the momentum of the briefing reached its peak, Admiral Krell's image on the view screen stiffened.
General Zorvan,
He began, his tone heavy with an underlying concern.
before we proceed, there's pertinent information regarding the Helian reinforcements and the technological upgrades.
Zorvan nodded, indicating for the Admiral to continue.
The Helian battlecruisers have been dispatched, but their estimated time of arrival is 7 days.
Krell paused, letting the information settle.
The technological upgrades for our fleet, crucial as they are, will take approximately 30 days to complete.
The weight of the revelation hung in the air like a thick fog. The math was simple and grim. The impending battle against the Drac would have to be faced without the might of the Helian battlecruisers and without the advanced upgrades. A tide of whispered concerns swept through the conference room. Zorvan, sensing the shift in mood, stepped forward, addressing the group with unwavering resolve.
We knew this battle wouldn't be easy. The Drac have always had a numerical and technological advantage, but they lack what we have: unity, determination, and the element of surprise.
His eyes scanned the room, meeting the gaze of each captain.
We have a plan, a solid plan. The Helian support would have been advantageous, yes, but we cannot and will not rely solely on external factors. Our strength comes from within, from our combined experience, our collective wisdom, and our unyielding spirit.
Admiral Krell, visibly impressed by Zorvan's leadership, added,
General Zorvan is right. We faced dire situations before. With strategy, courage, and determination, we've emerged victorious. This battle will be no different.
The room grew silent, with each captain absorbing the words, recalibrating their mindset. It was a palpable shift from apprehension back to determination. Zorvan concluded,
Return to your ships, brief your crews, and prepare for battle. We move with the knowledge that the entire Federation is behind us. Together we'll ensure the Drac regret ever crossing our path.
It was a statement, a promise, and a rallying cry. The unity of the fleet was more crucial than ever. Urgency and departure. Just as the gathering was about to disperse, an urgent beeping alert resonated through Zorvan's ship, instantly arresting everyone's attention. A communications officer's voice echoed into the conference room, breaking the charged silence.
General Zorvan, our Helian gravimetric sensors have picked up 4 incoming Drac vessels on a direct course for Aurelian Prime. Estimated time of arrival, 12 hours.
The mood, already dense with the weight of the previous revelations, grew heavier. Zorvan's sharp eyes scanned the captains, gauging their reactions. A medley of concern, determination, and resolve was evident in their expressions. Before uncertainty could take root, Zorvan stepped forward, his voice unwavering.
Captains, the Drac's premature arrival only underscores the importance of our mission. It also means they might not be expecting our full force to face them head-on. We have a strategic advantage.
The room was silent, save for the hum of the ship's machinery. The captains waited, anticipating Zorvan's next move.
We knew this battle wouldn't be won with ease. Every moment, every decision counts.
Zorvan continued.
Our swift response will be paramount. The Drac think they're making a surprise move. It's our turn to surprise them.
Captain Hale, taking a moment from the weight of the news, stepped forward, his voice echoing the sentiment of the entire fleet.
General, we trust in your leadership and strategy. The 8th Fleet stands united. Aurelian Prime will not fall on our watch.
Zorvan nodded in acknowledgement.
Your trust is well placed, Captain. Return to your ships, rally your crews, and prepare for engagement. We depart in 1 hour. Every ship, every crew member plays a vital role.
With determination renewed, the captains saluted Zorvan and began making their way out of the conference room. Their steps were swift, the urgency of the situation evident in every movement. As the captains dispersed, Zorvan sent out a broadcast to the entire fleet.
To all ships of the 8th Fleet, this is General Zorvan. Our resolve, our unity will be tested in the coming hours. The Drac seek to undermine our efforts, but will stand as one, delivering a decisive blow. Our strategy, our unity, and our sheer will shall be our shield and weapon. Let's purge Aurelian Prime of the Drac menace and send a resounding message to the galaxy. We are the Federation, and we will prevail.
Across the fleet, crew members went about their duties with renewed vigor, carrying out final checks and battle preparations. The stars themselves seemed to shimmer with anticipation, the vastness of space bearing witness to the impending confrontation. And as the 8th Fleet began aligning into formation for departure, a breathtaking scene unfolded several light-years away. The Helian shipyards, Lyrian Prime, a jewel amidst the vast cosmic landscape, bore witness to the awe-inspiring departure of its 2 mightiest battlecruisers. Their sleek and formidable forms glided effortlessly, luminous against the backdrop of space. As they engaged their FTL drives, brilliant streaks of light marked their trajectory, setting the stage for their eventual and inevitable clash with the Drac. The universe, with its countless stars and galaxies, was now a theater of war, where destinies would be forged, legends birthed, and the future of entire civilizations decided.